Hi everyone, welcome to a special edition of Tiffany Ave Takes. As you all know, it's February, so that means it's Black History Month, and I am doing a special mini series on my channel. One of my favorite artists is Beyonce, and one of my favorite things about Beyonce and her art is the educational piece, which I feel like a lot of times gets overlooked. So I am making this series in honor of the things that I have learned about musical culture through Beyonce. Now, there are countless number of things, ranging from just the origins of rock and roll through her role as Etta James in Cadillac Records, or when it comes to house music through her Renaissance album. So, as a part of Black History Month and me being Hive, I am creating this mini series to highlight some of my favorite and most impactful lessons or messages through her media. So I figure it's only right to start the series with Cowboy Carter, the album, Beyonce's most recent album release, with its Grammy win and highly anticipated tour on the come up. It is only right that I start there. Now, just a mini take on the Grammy win. So there's been a lot of, and this is a part of the reason why I'm starting with this, because I feel like as consumers or just as an audience, a lot of times we get caught up in the wrong things. So there's been a lot of speculation about her winning album of the year. Some people are mad about it. Some people are, that it, some people feel that it was given to her because of Jay-Z. And I'm here to talk about the art and the work of why this is rightfully nominated. Some people have criticism about her reaction and whether she knew that she would win or not. And I feel like um I don't think all the times people know that they are going to win an award, and sometimes they may know. But a lot of times Beyonce has attended the awards and she has not won. So it's not to say that she came just because of that. That eliminates that from right there. And also, I feel like a lot of times you can know something is going to happen, and then when it actually happens, you still feel that element of shock. So, just my take on that in particular. Um, when it comes to people associating her winning the award because of Jay-Z, um, Cowboy Carter, there was a lot put into Cowboy Carter, and this episode today is just a small fragment of all the culture and history that is more than award winning and the detail and the efforts put into this project. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start. I want to begin with a clip. This is a promo clip for her Beyonce Bowl Netflix special. Here, Beyonce is seen playing the banjo, okay? And what's so unique about this visual is that Beyonce is playing in claw hammer style. Claw hammer style is known as old time banjo, which is associated with the open back banjo. The open back banjo that most closely reflects the African origins of the banjo. The banjo is a key instrument in country music and is considered the symbol of the genre's rural roots and history. The banjo came to America with slaves, and musicologists have long looked in West Africa for its predecessors. Much of the speculation on the Ngoni and Exalum, two hide-covered string instruments from West Africa that bear resemblance to the banjo. Something that kind of happened inadvertently with me learning some of these things is also giving me a taste of my heritage and my lineage, because when I have done like the DNA results, a lot of the percentage is West African for me, and a lot of times I long to kind of like understand some of the culture and some of the lifestyle that came along with that location and areas. And who would have known that through Cowboy Carter, I get to experience and learn about something that affects my just the creation of myself. So I just want to throw that in there. But what's so interesting about this clip and the style clawhammer, sometimes the clawhammer style itself, sometimes called down picking, commonly known as frilling. It is a distinctive banjo playing style and is a common component of old-time American music. The style descends from Western African lutes, such as accounting, which is also the direct ancestors of the banjo. Clawhammer is also the style in which Rhiannon Giddens plays the banjo on Texas Hold'em. And Rhiannon Giddens is a founding member of the country, blues, and old time music band, the Carolina Chocolate Drops, where she was the lead singer, fiddle player, and banjo player. Giddens is also a native of Greensboro, North Carolina, close to home. Traditional instruments such as kora or the nagoni, which are guard-based instruments with a goatskin head, can still be found in contemporary African music. These instruments are believed to be the ancestors of the banjo. Beyonce's use of clawhammer style indicates her knowledge of banjo techniques. And what Beyonce is playing in this Netflix promo is a video of the bluegrass banjo, known as a 5-string resonator back banjo. The instrument features a large brass component referred to as a bell or pot, which produce a very resonant sound. This is the style of banjo most people around the world associate with the instrument. It was developed during the commercialization and popularization of country music. In other words, when country music was taken. The reason why I chose this clip is because it has been argued in comment sections and different forums online that she is not representing the banjo properly, but actually she is demonstrating her understanding of both the history and the technique of the instrument, recognizing the banjo's growth and evolution after it was stolen from Black culture, and she is taking it back. By playing modern bluegrass banjo in clawhammer style, she is making aware of the past, the present, and the future, which leads to people like me, a fan, of being introduced to a history that otherwise would not have been taught. I never learned anything like this related in school. I feel like there's always been a mission to delete art, cut the art programs are usually the first thing to go when it comes to funding, and now there's a mission to delete history as well. That's why I think it's important to highlight the art. Everything else is nonsense, and I feel a lot of times with Beyonce, people see the visual but they miss the message, and that's where I come in.